Hello, this is Eli G. Brown / Eli G. Brony here with another Bionicle MOC. This is part of the Wave 2 sets that are coming out this summer in 2015. This is a skull Saber. He's carrying these weapons that he calls Sappers, though they could actually be daggers. Yeah, so he's Skull, Saber, and he's got 4 arms. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so the whole idea was that I figured, why don't I try to make a MOC for the second wave of Bionicle, even before the actual sets come out? Well, this is what this is. And it uses parts before the release of the summer 2015 sets. So obviously the new leg pieces for the summer villains are not available yet, so I had to use what we do have, and these are the translucent bone pieces that we've had since Hero Factory. And they're the translucent blue pieces, which Kopaka has. And also, I think, Chi Sir Fanger from the 2014 Legends of Chima series, which sadly didn't get released in America, all thanks to some mindless employee. Now, I didn't have very many parts to use for the feet, so I used Toho Herdika feet from the first version of Bionicle. And I used 2 main torso pieces. One is for the main body, and another is put upside down, and it's the thinner version rather than the wider version. And that's where the second pair of arms, as well as these pieces, stick out of. Now, I was quite limited with the color of the translucent bone pieces, such as the lower arms. I did actually plan to use these pieces for another MOC, which I decided to cancel. But, yeah, oh well. So, this Toho Herdika main body piece, I decided to use it. I also decided to use the translucent blue bone piece for the neck, as well as a 4-long size armor piece attached to a silver Witch Doctor head from the Hero Factory series. Now obviously the Witch Doctor heads only were available in white, so the one here is actually spray painted in a silver. And it's kind of a bit shiny. It's not as mirrory as, well, the mirrorish or chrome HAL from the Power Pack in 2002. And if you're asking where's mine, I broke it. I don't have it now. Sad. And I can't buy a new one if I do not want to spend like $20 for one. Why did they have to make a mask be so expensive? I wouldn't have broken the one that I had if I knew that it was going to be very expensive. Well, maybe that's why it is so expensive now, because breaking the one that I had made it a lot rarer. Okay, so the spray paint on the Witch Doctor head is actually still drying a little bit, but it was dry enough for me to use on this, so I'm not touching the head part, because it is obviously still drying. But what I can do is just move this up and down. Now, of course, the new head pieces for the Wave 2 sets are not available yet. Well, except for one, which was already in the first wave of sets, which was one that used the same mask as the Skull Spiders. I can't remember its name, but if you've memorized the names of the villains by now, and possibly I will also memorize them as soon as they are released. Though I already know that there's one set called Mask Maker vs. Skull Grinder. I probably could have used a Hero Factory Series 2 Hero Head on this, like just use that technique that Jane Bricks did a video on that showed how to get the Witch Doctor head onto a Hero Factory 2.0 series head, so it would be worn like a mask. I used that method to make my miniature Witch Doctor MOC, which was based upon the miniature Witch Doctor MOC that Jane Bricks made, but it's very different since the one that I had was use the small body piece that was introduced with XT4, and it's been used in a lot of other sets such as the Protectors, which at the time that Jane Bricks made his miniature Witch Doctor, they were not available yet because that was in 2011. The small main body piece didn't come out until 2012. Okay, so this MOC is a Bionicle MOC which uses a combination of parts that came from old school Bionicle and Hero Factory and new school Bionicle. Well, hardly any new school Bionicle parts are used except for possibly the hands and the bone pieces. Well, of course they were in Hero Factory already, but I think the particular ones that I'm using here did come from Bionicle. But, you know, they're using new colors for parts all the time. So, old parts from an old series put into a new series, given new colors. That's just how it goes. So, obviously, it's in a different, this character's in a different universe from Hero Factory, so there's no connection to the Witch Doctor, however, since this really has nothing to do with Witch Doctor. I just used a Witch Doctor head on there. And I think it looks pretty nice. Probably a good way to get started with the Wave 2 sets for Bionicle of 2015. Now, I actually did see that someone on DeviantArt who lives in the UK or Australia, I'm not really sure which, already has the Mask Maker and Skull Grinder set. So, basically, in the UK or in Australia, those sets are already available. Which is kind of not fair because, once again, another country is getting the sets before America does. Just like they did for a couple of years, releasing the sets in Germany first before we got them in America. I kind of think that that's not fair. And even still, with the release of the Brain Attack series of sets, even though America got them first, the rest of the world didn't get them until later. Which I think is totally unfair, because equal rights, right? I don't know. Maybe there is a reason why they are releasing the sets in one area at one time and releasing them in another area at another time. Maybe there's a good reason. I just do not know. But I still think that it would be fair to have them be released all at once. If they can't do it all at once, well, okay. I get it. So that is it for this one. Not much to talk about. I really had to think up the name at the last moment. Skull Saber. Probably that would not be an appropriate name for the weapons that are used, but I had to come up with some name. Though next time when I make a MOC, I'll think up a name before I actually film it. So, that is it, and I'll see you next time.